it's gonna be awkward.
I don't get it. You do the math.
2, 1. Boom. What up?
Can't do the same as episode 7. Welcome to episode 11.
Damn. That was good.
You gave it to me.
Good rhyme.
Inspired me for that one.
Good rhyme. That was good, dude. Welcome back, everybody. It's we're rolling
The finale.
along.
Season finale of
Season
season 1,
finale.
the first official season of the Social Awkward Podcast.
How do you feel?
I feel good. Well, it's been an interesting season. We took some chances this season.
I would say.
We took some chances. We tried some things. Some things that were liked.
Some backfired.
There were some things that backfired. Tons of things that we're learning. And yeah, it's been a learning season. Another learning season of season 1.
Yeah, I mean it's been good. All in all, it's been a good outlet. We've gotten to talk a lot about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, we have.
Hopefully that's the only reference to it because we
You know,
didn't even watch
the
it
one
this
thing I
week.
do want to mention about this season as to why maybe it did seem, I think, a little bit like, I don't want to say sluggish, but it just seemed like we were so beat that it was just like, all right, let's just come in, let's just do it, get it done,
knock it out.
knock it out. And other than the kit cam, with that idea, and then it just became too, we talked about why we weren't doing it. So yeah, it was just hard because of the time of the year. I mean, it was just the timing of the year. It was just so many holidays going on, and we just finished Awkward MMA, which was just such a beast on the schedule. And
yeah, well, I mean, it's all been a learning thing, and all like trying to fine tune everything, so that it's all efficient moving forward. And like we were talking about on the way in, the thing I'm looking forward to a lot about this next show of doing this with friends,
Social Awkward with friends.
yeah, is that we're gonna be able to schedule these shoots at a more
reasonable
time. Like we do them kind of late, like after hours on a Monday or Tuesday night, because that's when we can fit it in because we've got so much other stuff going on, versus like when we've got a guest, we're more so kind of bound to their schedule.
Yeah, we open it up for them, and they're the priority,
right?
Versus like for us, like we have a hard time justifying like when we have work stuff to be doing. I mean, we do view this as work to a degree, but like,
well, it's different when you got to get, like, for me, like I'm not gonna, if I'm writing or like if I'm writing, say, I'm not gonna be like, let's go do the podcast,
right?
In the middle of that and interrupt that flow if it's just us two. But like if we had it on the schedule that we have, so and so coming in to be on our show with us, then I'll stop my writing at that time and do the podcast then.
Yeah.
Versus write until I have nothing else to write. If it's the two of us,
we're like, we'll suck it up later. We'll just do it later.
Exactly.
And we're just like, oh God, man, it's 9 o'clock.
Kind of drained.
8:30 or.
Yeah, and I think like that in itself is a little bit of a learning thing, but it's helpful that we're learning this stuff while we don't have the eyeballs, really.
Yeah, it is really helpful. Like that's the main thing is that, I can't really get too upset with the statisticos because I'm still learning so much.
You never can. Dude, how about January being the longest month ever?
Dude, it has been. It seems like it's been a long month, man. It's
I've been saying it for a couple weeks. Shay was saying it a couple weeks ago too.
Oh, I think.
And then now everyone, like, I feel like everyone's really
Catching on.
starting to realize, like, dude, how the fuck are we still in January?
Yeah, well, I think it's because like November and December and like Christmas, everything came so quick, and it was like all of a sudden, shit, it's Thanksgiving. Now it's all of a sudden Christmas.
Yeah, but I
and
feel like that's like that every
New
year,
Year's.
and then
Yeah, but it was a little different this year because the
January
actual way the
turns
calendar
the
fell.
corner.
Well, a lot of people are saying that the calendar, a lot. That's why people were decorating so early, was because they felt like they were gypped because we only had like 3 weeks or something in between Thanksgiving and Christmas. So it's usually more time or something. I don't fully know. I don't know the exact dates.
I
but
just feel like we got even kind of a late start getting back into the swing of things, like just all in
yeah.
all. And
kind of
then,
glad it's still January though. Like
me too, but
as I'm getting older, dude. Hey, month, stick around as long as you want.
yeah, I agree, especially if you want to do it in like
I don't have to pay
kinda
bills, dude, as long. Like, that's how I
April.
feel. It's like, dude, I haven't had to make a car payment. I haven't had to pay rent. I haven't had to do shit, dude, and fucking
dude,
weeks.
I view that too. It's just been a long month.
I'm
We've
saying,
had a
like,
lot of weather change too. Like, I've
Yeah.
been able to comfortably wear shorts and a short sleeve t-shirt at various points throughout the
and we were
day.
just complaining about the cold.
Yeah,
But
like
tonight is cold again because
So-
today was warm.
yeah. But like
It's like
during the
55,
day,
so
during
it's
the
not like-
during the day though, it's warm enough to be wearing shorts and a tee.
Yeah.
If you can
I hate to be this guy, but there are people that make an argument like no matter how fucking cold it is. Here,
yeah,
you know,
dude,
still
I'm
wear
I'm
shorts.
not that guy.
I don't subscribe to that.
No, me neither. I'm first team. I'll put on some long shit.
I'll put on long shit as much as I can, as long as I can, and really, really ride it out. But I don't know, like, well, this year I've gotten more long sleeve shit. This year is the thing.
Yeah.
I've been into long sleeve polos for work. That's been my shit. Just got a bunch, so it's like, well, I just got them, so I don't, you know, I want to be able to
You wanna
use
flaunt 'em.
Yeah, I want to use them, and then like this, you know, like long sleeve shirt. Like I remember I got like a few long sleeve shirts going into like fall, thinking that it was gonna be cool, you know, kind of quick.
Yeah.
Wasn't, and I didn't get to wear any of it really until it got too cold. But then it was so cold so quick to where like you can't just
You had to
rock a
layer
long
up.
sleeve. You had to layer up, or at least I did, you know. So
Yeah. Yeah. I don't
now we're in a good place though. If it was like this year round, man, I say that, people say that.
This is why we live here.
That's why we live here. But this is why I would live in California though, because they do get this year round.
I say that like when the perfect weather for me is a day that starts out where I've got to wear long either one article of long, whether it's pants or long sleeve shirt, and then either shorts or a short sleeve shirt to combo with it when I'm walking Ari to start my day and end my day. If I have to wear long and long, if I have to wear long and long because I'm cold, it's a little too cold. And if I have to layer up, it's definitely too cold.
I agree. Well, because I made a rule for myself the other day, actually. It was like, for me, perfect weather would be, is if I could have a choice between wearing a short sleeve shirt or a long sleeve shirt with a pair of jeans comfortably in any situation, to be able to wear jeans. And because I'm not a huge shorts guy, to be honest.
Me neither.
I don't like them.
Me neither.
I feel like I'm a little too long also, to where it just seems weird.
Yeah, I like gym shorts.
Yeah, like I'll wear gym, yeah, like working out and stuff. And then like obviously here in the summertime, or if I was at the beach or walking around. So, but I like to be comfortable in a pair of jeans or a pair of pants, and the choice of a long sleeve shirt or a short sleeve shirt. That'd be perfect weather. Because like today, I wore a short sleeve shirt, pants. I was comfy. Came in with a jacket though.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm all right with that, you know. If I have to come in with a jacket or I start the day with a jacket, who knows, you know?
Yeah, the thing about that for me is I usually don't leave with it. and then
they
and then I leave it here, and I've got like
8 jackets,
I've
dude. I used to
got
have that on my chair.
4 jackets around just this room.
Is that long sleeve shirt yours or is that merch?
No,
Like
it's
yours, or
mine.
Are you giving that away?
Dude, no, it's mine that I brought from home that I wore one
I'm
day.
wondering. I was like, dude, it's just sitting there. I'm like, is that like
No,
you're
it's
supposed to send that
no,
out?
dude. It's a part of my collection of shit that I've worn in here, and then changed into a short sleeve version,
Yeah.
and then left the layer.
That's never fun. See, if you're in a lot, like if I was like right now, like, dude, I have to change into a short sleeve shirt. It's too hot, you know, like then that's when the temperature is too hot. But
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm with it being, you know, having that freedom of choice between the two.
yeah.
Maybe you want to show off the ink. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't have ink.
Right. Speaking of ink,
Speaking of ink, dude, getting in there soon.
yeah, it's been a minute. That was a huge part of our show for, like,
6 months.
yeah,
Had to have been.
a decent amount of time because
Yeah, dude, it was literally that, like the whole ending of the prologue. Because I started getting ink in January, like a year ago. I
Same.
got the Tiger.
I started getting I started my sleeve in January. I mean, obviously I have my side,
Yeah, your little side hitter.
but yeah, this one started in January.
My Tiger was in January and then ended with the knife in March or May.
Yeah, I think I finished
Man.
my sleeve in like July or August.
Yeah. You know what it would have been? It would have been August because I remember both of us planning because we were planning on going out of town for 4th of July. We didn't want, I at least didn't want to.
Oh,
run
you're
the
right,
risk of being in
dude.
the ocean
Yeah,
with
it was August. And I
So
know
I remember you needed that time and you needed to finish, and I just knocked mine out in May or
yeah, because
Yeah,
I was in
knocked mine out in May.
between
Give it a time.
healing of the last one and then getting into the next one. So yeah. From January to August, I was getting tattooed every month last year.
every month for me. But I got my Tiger, and then I got the flower and greenery in like a couple weeks after. I think right in February, and then took a little time off. Got the snake sword thing at that May. And then I've had every intentions on going in there, especially over the fall. Like for months, I've been planning on texting my guy, and we were so busy with Awkward MMA that the way we were training in there, it's like we couldn't have gotten ink, you know, the way we were doing the show.
Yeah.
Because that would have done a heavy burden on production.
Damn it, dude.
And you know, didn't have a stunt double or nothing, so it was what it was. So now here we are going into a new season. This would have been a good season, but with the holidays and everything, it got so crazy. So this is it, you know.
Yeah, I'm going on February 19th is when
I think I'm gonna do that as well with you.
I'm
gonna go on the same day, but I think I'm gonna go in a little bit sooner too, because I kind of want to get 2 things.
Well, I might get a couple things too, depending on what Johnny's schedule's like. I feel kind of bad though because I just like last week went in there to give him my portfolio, or to give him pictures for his portfolio of my arm, and like we had planned a few months back me to go in and do it, but also right before then too, I had texted him and asked him if he had time at any point to do our logo on my arm somewhere. And he's like, I don't know. He's like, yeah, but let me check schedule. I'll get back to you. And then I was like, all right, well, I'll just do the pics then. He's like, all right, cool. And then I think he texted me back, but I didn't see it or whatever, and I thought I was waiting on a text from him. No, I didn't, but I thought I was waiting on a text from him for this whole time, and it's been a couple months, and I feel bad. But the tattoo, like the point of this though, is that the tattoo isn't any less, it's not faded or anything like that. It still looks like it's
I was
pretty
thinking
hot
about
off,
mine too, and I was worried because of
hot off the press.
colors. You got everyone telling you colors. But the thing is, though, with color, I feel like if you sit through it and you actually get color right, it's in there. I mean,
Yeah, well, if you've got a guy that can punch it in too, like that's a big thing is having
how hard they go in.
Well, just yeah, if you're just kind of
kind of loose lipping it.
Yeah, if you're just tipping that deal in there.
Not my guy, man. It was fucking.
Although, like, it feels, I don't know if it necessarily is that, but I just know that like you really got to get the color in there because like the guy on my side had a heavy hand, so I don't know if that's different than like really punching.
From what I've watched from some of the things that are in the Weber Boys YouTube algorithm, I saw some about color, and it was a guy saying like it was like a Q&A thing, and someone had asked like, does color hurt more? And he's like, technically, just because you have to go over it a lot, like obviously white hurts the most because you got to go over it so much. And he was actually gonna put a lot of white on me. I was like,
yeah, dude.
I remember you told me you're like, dude, white sucks and it fades, and I'm like, I'm not doing white.
Yeah, well, I had a ton of white in my side. I had it in all the tape on the hockey stick. And
looking back, bro, I should have done black, huh?
No, I just shouldn't have. I should have just had a get like shown light source and stuff like that on my already white ass skin. So
yeah,
it just was painful overkill, and it pretty much bled right out. It was the dumbest thing.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, dude, I'm excited to get back in there. I'm gonna start my other arm, and it'll be exciting journey.
Continuing my arm. I'm working I'm gonna get probably like upper shoulder, and then like kind of start to work the upper part of the arm, and then I'll start to work in some of that filler.
Yeah.
And then I'll get over here. Should I just be like MGK, dude, and get the fucking Red Hot Chili Peppers logo on my elbow?
If you'd like.
He's got that.
If you'd like. I'd like to start.
You should get on my neck, dude.
You should, dude. I think you should.
Be dope.
But yeah, tattoos are cool.
Tattoos are cool. They're fun. Man, I totally forgot because I've been trying to not think about it, but I don't want us to forget because we do have.
I mean, we're not gonna forget.
I know, but I just,
I think this is the longest I've gone since it's happened without talking about it.
Me too, and I don't know where you're at with it. I don't want to spend too much time on it just because of the time of the week where we're at especially when this is coming out. I don't want to have everyone have their mind off it and then get really bummed.
Right.
But, we have to show our respect to the one and only great Kobe Bryant, who lost his life along with, what was it, 7 others? Was it total of 8?
8 others. 9 people.
Oh, total of 9. So 8 others. His daughter, Gianna, and fuck, man. I saw the news. I didn't believe it.
I was, yeah, dude, it was a weird thing. Cause like I couldn't quite process it.
Me neither. The way I read it, because where I saw it? I saw it on World Star. The first thing I saw, and it said news. And you know how, like, I don't know if anyone, like, if you do you follow World Star?
Yeah.
So you've seen their news, like when something happens, it's like the white picture, it's the logo and everything like that. And it's breaking news. So when I saw like Juice WRLD, when he died, and like all these, what was it, Lil Peep died a few years ago,
dude.
You don't fucking know.
Probably.
Anyways, well, just like when we had these instances, and then X, he died, Tentacion, or however you say it.
Yeah.
The other guy, well, anyways, like those, it was like, damn, fuck, like that's crazy. But then seeing like a name like Kobe Bryant on there, it didn't, you don't think of that. You know what I mean? Like he almost, do you feel like the people like that almost have this sense of like immortal that you feel? Like
No.
you just don't think about it until like, unless they died of old age.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those instances where like you really have to realize that life is so precious, because it's not like a lot of these other celebrity deaths, or like the ones that you named off where they OD'd or got killed in some sort of a gang fight, or some
like
kind
an
of like
altercation of some kind.
some sort of an altercation, um or just rocking and rolling too hard, like that's a real common way to go out, particularly with athletes.
Yeah.
So to hear
Or
about
even a
one,
situation that's even like sad, like a Junior Seau situation, to where he fell off and took his life and had horrible CTE.
yeah, I mean that's a different
I know,
sort of tragedy.
but that's what I'm saying. That's more common, than
Oh yeah, yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Did you lose your thought?
Yeah.
My bad.
It's all right.
It's just a bummer.
Yeah, I mean,
Because he's for our generation, he's definitely, that's definitely, I don't know who more than, I mean, being into sports as a kid, like I don't know who bigger than Kobe Bryant, who more influential to a community, I feel like, of I don't know, it just seemed like it really hit, like, cuz kids didn't matter really like what school you were at, every school had a bunch of kids wearing Kobe shit.
yeah, yeah. I mean, he was the, like, it's hard to put it into words what he was to the sport, and what he was to sports in general. Cuz like Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan, and he'll always be Michael Jordan, and LeBron is LeBron. But that in between time of Kobe was probably one of the more difficult eras to traverse, in terms of like transition from era to era.
Yeah.
And he really played in between two very different eras.
Yeah.
And especially like, so being able to be considered one of the greatest of all time in that gap.
Yeah.
He's like that. He's like a Crosby or an Ovechkin, by way of example into hockey, where like you have, but even probably older.
Yeah.
Because Kobe came in probably in what, 99?
I think it was 97 or
So even before.
yeah, I think maybe 97, 98. I don't know. I mean, I was young.
So it's
young,
hard to quantify like that's how hard it is to quantify as for him, because like,
well, his greatness is so unique because he was the best player in the league, best shooting guard in the league from like the time he came in the league till he ended the league.
right.
His last game he dropped how many points was it? It was something
80.
That was his last game.
80,
81.
Yeah.
Against Toronto.
Something like that, dude. But he was yeah, just a real
and then to be
hardworking dude.
Yeah. And like to be what he became, like to set the example, I feel like he set for athletes post career. Like to be that great and that well off, and then to still go be, creating animated series for kids learning, and then to have all these other businesses like Body Armor and
well, his Mamba Institution, or I don't know if it was institution, but his Academy, Mamba Academy. You know, like that's such a cool thing, because he's not a guy that has to do that.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's the GOAT. He's not a guy who's trying to now figure out his career afterward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not trying to use his
career ended a little early, so he wants to give back. He feels like he wants to give back.
Well, he's not trying to use his 15 minutes as credibility to build a business like you see with a lot of other athletes, you know. So it's obviously a sad thing. I mean, and you know, there's a lot of unfortunate controversy.
Yeah.
You know, and it's tough, because if you don't really look into it or know what went on,
100%,
or even a little bit, then the surface details aren't great.
Yep.
And obviously we're talking about the allegations from the early 2000s that he had. And, you know, we think about how many celebrities are caught in this Me Too movement, right? And how many times, like, people are defending people who have been accused of rape or have been, you know, proven, you know, or whatever it is, proven to be innocent. And then they're like, okay, that's fine. That chick lied. This guy's fine again. But before the Me Too movement was so big, there weren't many cases of these celebrities really getting into that kind of trouble. And Kobe was on a sort of short list of really famous people to lose pretty much everything to that kind of a scandal.
Yeah.
And, you know, obviously it was found out that she was lying, and it was all good on that front. The bad thing was he fucked a chick other than his wife, and he was very sorry about that, he says. And you know, he made amends and went on to have a very good relationship with his wife and his family. So to have it all taken at such a young age sucks.
Yeah, I agree. But I think one of the things that makes him great before we get cut off is he's able to come back and still have what a career after. You know what I mean? If his career ended when that happened, he wouldn't be the same.
Right.
Let's take a break.
We're back. Yeah, he impacted so many people after that whole thing, and he just really made it a point that, like, he didn't want to be defined by what that thing was.
Yeah.
You know, like, it was bad. He knew it was bad, and he spent the rest of his life trying to live for his family and do those things. You can see it in his work.
Yeah, and building that legacy, and you can see it in the relationship with his daughter too, like how sincere,
right,
and genuine. Yeah, and how he's been so involved with women's sports ever since his daughters got to that age. Like, he started showing up to women's Olympics and taking her to, like, all professional levels of women's sports, and that's pretty cool to see too, is that he was able to do all that. And then what was I gonna say though? But the thing is I always try to, when I can, especially if it's an alleged allegation, if I can refrain back and just respect them for the parts of them that they say did great in.
Saying separating the art.
I really do try and do that, because I don't fully know. And the other thing is too is there's a lot of people as we look back in history, they're like the shit people. Like no one's good in any way.
Yeah, no one's perfect.
No one's perfect. There are good people, and then there are bad people, and then there's mixtures of the two. And so I don't know. I just don't ever feel like it's my place. You know what I mean? Like
It's not.
He came
Especially
on
because you don't know.
exactly. I don't know him, and I watched him play basketball, and especially when shit like that happened. I was young, man. No one was telling me that what that meant and really what that was. I just knew that he was a very talented basketball player, and it inspired me to go fucking outside and play because I wanted to go do some cool shit.
Well,
so
the thing that like here's another thing about this whole deal that's sort of getting me a little bit like I obviously feel bad and I feel terrible for all the families involved in this. And I feel bad like anytime someone dies, dude, that sucks.
Yeah.
And if I know about it, but like where people are getting upset with Kobe and Kobe fans for mourning the death of Kobe and not necessarily these other people, it's like, well, Kobe impacted their life.
Yeah, in a personal way.
They're not mourning him because he died and that's it. It's not
because he's worth more money.
Yeah,
it's not like he's got a higher net worth.
It's not a death thing, it's an impact thing. So like it's obviously sad when anybody dies and nobody wants that on anybody, but like when you have such an impact on the world that people in England who don't even watch basketball crumple up their paper, and when they throw it away, they yell, Kobe. I mean, that's an impact.
Yeah, well, and then too, like just seeing people, I'm connected with people just through like Facebook and Instagram and stuff for people that are from like the UK and other countries and stuff, and they were making posts about this and like long posts about the impact that he made and how just basketball, like you think
they don't
about
even play
it,
basketball.
Yeah, like they're not even into the American sports the way we are. But what I wanted to say earlier is there's a few stars I feel like in every sport that actually cross over to that mainstream level of inspiration across all fronts of greatness. Like their greatness just gets to a certain point. I think Kobe's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Where across any sport, every athlete aspires to be like Kobe in some way.
Right.
Another one, Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I would say he's at that other famous level of guy that's at that he's just at that level.
Yeah.
And then
LeBron.
Then you've got
Gretzky.
But not as much in terms of full.
Everyone knows Gretzky, dude.
That's true. Actually, yeah. Everyone does know Gretzky.
Tiger Woods. The only thing about Gretzky is that he's older.
That's the thing. Because he was done by the time I was watching hockey.
Yeah, I mean he's like he was wrapping his career up around probably the time Kobe was starting his career.
Yeah,
and they're like. The thing about Gretzky, though, is he put up some numbers that are, I read some today about him that was like, on this day he had snapped a 51 game scoring streak.
Damn!
But in that 51 game scoring streak, he had 153 points.
Damn!
153 points in 51 games, dude. Like, you can't even really do that in the video games anymore.
No. I was never able to.
I mean, it's crazy. But
I don't know who for football. That's like, I mean, Tom Brady's probably. You got Tom Brady. Fucking who else? I'm trying to think of famous dude, like
Brett Favre.
Brett Favre, yeah. Yeah. Say Tom Brady more than Brett Favre. But maybe. Maybe the Favre man. Doing Wrangler commercials.
I mean, that every little bit helps, dude. All those endorsements.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I just haven't seen that many Gillette commercials.
Who's football? I'm just trying to think of
For Brady.
football, dude. Like who? If someone knows, please let me know, because I'm thinking like famous, and when I really think about it, it's like Peyton Manning.
Well, the thing about football is there's a lot of like super famous players. Like there's a level of like
You just have a lot of guys that are just really famous, like Ocho Cinco, Terrell Owens,
Right, exactly. Yeah, you have like the
Donovan McNabb.
Yeah, just all the Eagles guys, huh?
Yeah. Ocho Cinco's Bengals. Who else we had? We had Daniel Tomlinson is my personal favorite. He wasn't that famous. You know, he's famous, but not like wasn't Ocho Cinco. Brian Urlacher was really famous.
I was just about to say
everyone had an Urlacher jersey.
Yeah.
Dude. Who? Not Cutler. Not as many people, dude. Everyone had an Urlacher jersey.
Everyone did, dude.
Everyone had a Favre jersey though too.
Yep. And I would say Manning. Dude. Like Peyton.
Terrell Owens though too has got to be up there. T.O. I saw a lot of T.O. jerseys, I feel like.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, no. Tony Romo's pretty famous too.
No.
In a bad way. More infamous though.
Okay, but so is Michael Vick. We haven't named him
Michael
yet.
Vick, dude.
Dude, shut the fuck
before the
up.
dog shit happened, bro. He had, dude. Everyone at fucking Wagner had his jersey.
Dude, stop.
No cap.
Okay, stop.
Bet, bro.
That doesn't count.
Michael Vick, dude, on the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, well, he was good, but
Dante Culpepper.
Yeah,
a lot of Culpepper jerseys.
I know, but we're talking about like famous. Gronk ball, very famous.
That's what you throw out. JJ Watt's up there,
dude. You don't think Gronk?
He is, but he only like played for like 3 seasons. He's not that famous. Like walking up to a person and say, you know, Gronk.
Here's the problem
Gronkowski.
too. Here's the other problem with
tight end.
Here's the problem with this too is like we're talking about goats on one end, and on the football side,
famous play.
We're just talking about famous. The hard thing is like who's the greatest football player of all time?
Well, there's so many different positions.
That's the thing is like you're playing almost so many different sports.
Yeah, because defense, you got to say best defensive player of all time. For our gen, most famous, I would say it's between Clay Matthews or Urlacher. Probably Urlacher.
For defense, yeah, I would say Urlacher for sure.
For defense. And then let's give offense a guy. Well,
Brady.
Probably Brady, yeah. Because wide receivers are never that as famous. Like you got Larry Fitzgerald who is, but I almost feel like that's because of here. I don't know if that's like that everywhere else.
Yeah.
I don't know how big Fitz is across the country.
If
it wasn't in Denver.
If Arizona won, if the Cardinals won more
and
championships,
Roethlisberger though, he's up there.
It's
dude,
another one
famous.
Who's had some issues.
I know.
I don't think that
had
one.
his jersey though.
Yeah,
that was more of a.
I think that was more of a real thing.
Well, I don't know. That one might have been alleged. I don't know.
Either.
Heard Eminem talk about it. Speaking of Eminem, he's got his album.
Dude, I don't know. He seems like he's in a weird spot. I hope he's doing all right.
People, I've been seeing mixed things about it. Like I listened to a couple of the songs. I keep thinking for.
Hang on, we're bouncing around too much. Let's get back on this athlete thing.
Yeah.
What do you think for baseball?
Oh, for baseball, Ken Griffey Jr. probably.
No. There's one guy.
Randy Johnson.
Nope, that's a here thing for sure.
Played for the Yankees too, though. Derek Jeter. Got to be Jeter, A-Rod.
Should have shot A-Rod. It's probably A-Rod.
For Jeter, you think? Jeter for me, I feel like people were more into. Although, dude, think about
now
the Red
I
Sox.
think now
Big
A-Rod.
Poppy.
I think now A-Rod.
Yeah, because he's got J-Lo.
Well, that's a fact.
It's GOAT status.
That's
yeah.
a fact.
It is. Well, okay, but what about so did the Red Sox who had Big Poppy?
Yeah, I liked him more than those other guys, but it's not. That's not what it's about.
Didn't he get robbed or something like a year ago? Didn't we cover that?
I think he killed a guy
No.
south of the border somewhere.
No, I think he got like jumped.
I think he killed a guy.
No, I don't think he did.
KGJ?
Floyd Mayweather, he's pretty famous. Tyson, obviously.
Yeah, baseball.
that
I
was
would say
before-
Babe Ruth though is undoubtedly.
Okay, man, but like that's
Well, that tells you what kind of sport baseball is.
over. That's like of all. Yeah, it's America's pastime. So they just
Pastime.
Roberto Clemente for me, dude.
He was the one that I think he was the one that got south of the border.
No, he was the first Dominican or Puerto Rican baseball player.
I knew that.
So this is back in the day.
Yeah, I
I did
knew
book
that.
report on him in 5th grade.
No, I knew that. I was just testing you,
All right.
making sure you weren't just throwing out.
And I'm pretty sure
names.
he died in a plane crash.
Uh,
I'm pretty sure.
aviation's a tough deal, dude.
It really is, man.
It's a tough deal.
I mean, tough job.
Yeah. What about Tiger?
Baseball, Tiger Woods for
for
golf,
golf.
boxing. But I'm more so thinking for our gen though. For baseball is what I was thinking. Like with all this,
Yeah. Okay. Well,
because like for baseball, like
I don't know.
I mean,
Probably you would have to be Jeter or A-Rod,
Jeter.
and I think I think
A-Rod.
depending on if we're going off of while they're playing,
Although, dude,
probably Jeter.
oh no, it's not definitely not.
You're gonna
I was
say,
gonna say Vladimir Guerrero, but you even know who that is?
yeah, but
Big Vlad.
I remember him, but that's not one. Yeah, we gonna say Kurt Schilling too. Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds
Pablo
actually.
Sanchez, dude.
Dude, fuck. I love Pablo Sanchez.
Jeter, yeah, okay, we'll give it Jeter.
Well, I think Jeter.
Mike Piazza.
I think Jeter. I think A-Rod is a bigger deal.
Oh, A-Rod, I feel like had some time off or doing something else. Jeter was more relevant. Pretty sure. I don't know though. What do I know? Just a doctor.
Well, you're definitely more of a sport nut than me, so you would know before I would.
Yeah, I'd probably say Jeter, but I'm not a huge baseball guy, so I don't know. Like,
I'm
we
just-
got some fans. We got some baseball fans.
Go listen.
I think.
Fuck. I'm kind of hard on baseball, and it's a fun sport to play.
Mark McGuire. That's
It's
a name.
Fun sport to play. I got bullied by baseball players as a kid, to be honest, and I think I have an issue from that.
Yeah.
But it's actually a fun sport to play, and
Baseball players were nice to me for some reason.
Well, you kind of give off a baseball player vibe. I just didn't. They didn't like me as much,
No.
so it was that was that. But
But anyways, baseball, soccer. We had Ronaldo.
Beckham,
Beckham probably more
More.
than Ronaldo.
yeah, you got a movie called Bend It Like Beckham, and no one already gives a shit about soccer. In
And you got a
America.
lot of people that go into tattoo artists, I learned, saying, let me get this shit tattoo.
yeah, because his
People hate that too. Or people, tattoo artists hate that tattoo, I guess.
Yeah, well, it's old. It's just like he got it when he got it probably in the 90s. Like a lot of it, you can tell like with the way that his clouds are, they're just not.
He's 90s.
They're kind of prisony, and so then when like a bunch of people come in, they're like, "Oh, dude, I want this Beckham tat with these clouds." They're like, "I'm not doing these prison clouds on you, dude. Like I'm a fucking good tattoo artist. This is 2020. Like, go to.
Club tattoo or something.
No, dude, they wouldn't even like. They're.
Oh wait, no, club tattoo's good. I'm thinking of
They're not. They're not.
There's another one. There's a
Good.
different place.
Yeah.
I just assume chain isn't great though. Always.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I'm biased like that. Anyways, dude, what else we got? I don't know what else.
It's hard, dude. The Kobe loss is a tough loss, dude. And any time that it's something that is out of everyone's control and it's just the Lord saying today's your day. You know,
that's one of those things.
That's when you realize how much control you've really got.
And like,
and you can talk about, should he have been in the air? Should he not have been in the air because of the weather? But I don't know the specifics. Yeah,
it's not specifically Kobe's job to know.
Well, it's
if
definitely
it's the
not.
right.
It's the pilot's job.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And also too, I saw a video that was of a couple, like one of his other pilots, and he's like, I've flown for Kobe before, and I've never felt pressured to fly when it was unsafe or anything like that. And ultimately the pilot has the final call. So if that is the issue, then it ultimately falls on him, not Kobe or any of the other
what Dad
passengers.
was saying, because he, has done some flying shit.
Yeah.
Saying that like you could just be up in the sky and then all of a sudden you just have these moisture cloud pockets that just form and you can't see shit.
Right.
And that just, there could be a mountain on the other side.
I saw this other video of the dude who witnessed it and called it in. And he's like, all you hear is just this thump and like plexiglass breaking, and there was no explosion though, nothing like that. It was just a thump and it was just impact right away. Yeah.
Anyways, man, rest in peace to all that were on that helicopter.
Yeah, it's terrible, dude.
But yeah, moving on from that. Yeah, it's the last episode. That's the other thing. It's the last episode.
It's a little somber because of that too.
Yeah. Well, I just know we've got a lot to do that we've been not putting off, but we just got a lot of planning to do for this. And what's changing. Oh, I wanna here's an update we can bring up is Z-Hut. Zach Hutton, Z-Hut. He is taking over Awkward Fight Talks with Z, so it's gonna be Awkward Fight Talk with Z-Hut. Personally, I think he's gonna be a way better fit for the show, for that little mini series show for the people that are interested in Awkward MMA, and the MMA topic. So be expecting some new videos coming up of that soon, and they'll be way more frequent too. So that's
a lot more frequent, a lot more consistent,
more broken up too. Like the thing was, I felt like is I was like, I'm just gonna pile a bunch into one big episode. Like, well, not big. It was like 15 minutes or 12 minutes, but it would just be hard to follow. You know what I mean? It's easier to digest when you can just watch it with one topic at a time. So just gonna be more structure, and obviously it's not gonna be me spreading myself too thin. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it'll be good.
And then Social Awkward with Friends, dude, that's gonna be dope. I'm excited.
Be a fun show. Fun show. Yeah, dude. For the life.
We actually have a listener topic.
Oh, do we?
Yeah. So I actually got this out like a couple hours before we were shooting this. So actually, I don't know if we have more, but I had caught it.
Just in the nick of time.
Just in the nick of time.
Get to it.
All right.
pages.
Nice.
All right. Dude, now is not the time to check that.
It was
fuck.
Oh Jesus. Okay, so we actually do have a couple. So this one was, which celebrity do you think you could take in a fight?
Most.
Most?
Yeah.
I do too. I think most too. Anyone that's not a professional fighter. Let's start there.
Yeah, same.
Although I'm not gonna say anyone.
Not anybody,
fighter,
but like
because
there's
some heavyweights, dude.
That's true,
up,
dude. And like I know Army Hammer would fuck me up probably. Like I would just say him first. Jason Momoa, obviously.
You think?
I think. Well, how tall? How big is he?
I don't know, man. I feel confident in a lot of celebrities that aren't athletes.
Really?
Celebrities? Yeah,
I
dude,
think
you know
I'd
what I
have
don't
my-
want?
I
I
would-
don't want Tom Cruise. He
You know-
seems scrappy.
No, I think I would fuck him up. You know who? You know who? I would have a tough time against. I feel like
Who?
Captain America.
Oh yeah, he'd give you some problems.
I feel like he would be a lot to handle.
That's how
And
I feel about Dave Bautista. I feel like Dave Bautista would be a problem
feel
for
like
me.
I feel like I could. I feel like
I don't do well with
could-
people taller than me, dude. That's the thing. He's like 6'6".
I do probably better against people a little bit on the bigger side. But like
Well, I mean, you're like what? You're 5'9", so like
Fuck
you're
you,
used to
dude.
like in hockey fighting. You're
I'm
used to
not
probably
5'9", you fucking douche. I don't know, man. Who would I not fight though? That's a good question.
Who would you not fight?
Captain America is one.
You don't want Captain America. I don't want Captain America. I don't want who do you think you could take in a fight? Well, that's the thing.
Most. Yeah, that's the thing. Is
Most.
it's better to let's
because here's the
change it to
thing.
who
Here's
do
the
we
thing.
not
And I'm not even
think.
trying to be like arrogant or cocky dick, but like when I was 14, as we know, I put in a lot of time. So it would just be very disrespectful to my old trainers, even if I couldn't beat up someone that's never trained their life before.
Yeah,
That's
I
my
mean,
point. With it, you're just psycho. I don't know, man. I don't want Nick Nolte. Like he's got some dad strength. I don't know, dude.
I could
There's
see
some
Tom.
guys. There's
I
some
could
guys
see
that
Tom
actually.
Hardy being a problem.
I could too. I was gonna say him.
Kind of a Wolverine-ish type.
That's another one. Hugh
deal.
Jackman might be a little strong and scrappy.
Yeah, I could see him being a little light in the loafers though for a real fight.
I could too.
I don't see it ever getting off.
Celebrities. There might be some musicians I don't want to fuck with.
There's a lot of them. Dude.
Yeah.
A lot of LC musicians.
Yeah.
Loose cannons.
So we'll say most. Let's go with that. Okay.
Let's do the prize possession one, dude.
Okay. What's your most prized possession and why?
It's Johnny Cash thing because it's dope.
Nice. I don't know. Personally, it's kind of a loaded question. I kind of feel like I need to kind of think about.
Well, I'll expand while you're thinking. My girl Shay for my birthday got me a signed piece of history from Johnny Cash, and it's in this little plastic thing, like how a lot of people have rookie cards, signed rookie cards by athletes and stuff. I talked about
Let's
it.
define a prized possession. Is that, to me, that's something you can't live without.
Oh no, dude, that's just something that like you don't want anything
Anything
to get ruined. Yeah, like house is burning. What are you grabbing?
Unfortunately, too much shit. I just like a lot of. I just have stuff, you know what I mean. Like, but nothing's like a prize. Nothing's not replaceable. You know what I mean.
Okay.
That I have because I don't have shit.
Well,
like
I
that.
just got this, dude.
Yeah,
so
no,
if you would
it's-
have asked me this a week ago, or a
Yeah, I
couple
don't
weeks
have
ago,
any like
That's fine,
real
dude. Let's-
sentimental because it's not like anyone like I don't have any relatives that have like gifted me anything like anything.
Well, you got a
really
star. We got
sentimental.
a star.
Huh?
We got a star.
In the sky?
Yeah, we're gifted a star.
Well, that's nice, but I don't have possession of it, so
No.
I
All
don't
right.
even know what it looks like. I don't even know if it's real. I don't even know if I have ownership.
Definitely bullshit, but
We
we do own a star each.
Like these two. Do you wish you had more siblings?
No.
No, me neither. I'm happy with you, dude.
Me too.
Couldn't take one more. Our parents wanted a girl and wanted or they wanted to try again after us, and thank God they didn't, just because
that would have been a fucking nightmare, dude, if we had a sister.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, it would just be a nightmare.
No.
Which of your personality traits is your favorite?
About each other or ourselves?
I'm gonna go with ourself. We could do. How about of each other? We could do. Well, we could do both. What's your favorite of yourself?
I would have to say, I don't know. You go first.
I would say I like that. Yeah, I would say that probably something I've worked hard to get, and that would be something like patience. You know, one of my personality, like I feel like I'm really patient now for a lot of things, or I feel like my personality trait of being able to just, even if I get really really sad or upset, I always get out of it at some point. So whatever that trait is, I think that's good to have.
I'd say stoic for me.
Stoic. That's a good one. I'm working towards that. I'm just a real emotional person. I like that about myself. I like being a creative mind rather than maybe like a mathematical mind, or like I guess those could be one and the same, but like more of I guess that maybe.
You know what I like about you?
Huh.
Is you're a student. And I feel like in order to be really on the right path in life, you have to continuously be a student, because there's no fucking way to know everything, and nobody knows everything, and to not have that curiosity and willingness to be educated, I think is
Appreciate that.
Yeah, dude. Well, I appreciate you. Appreciate you too, Paul.
Dude, what I'd say about you,
What?
I would say stoicism's up there. This, I think, goes with it. I'd say probably your confidence, that you have a good belief in yourself, and or at least with what you say. Like when you're in a conversation, even if there's a layer of bullshit to it, you're confident in what's coming out of your mouth. And I think that that's important to have, especially, or it's something I admire, because especially like when I'm talking about things that are hard, or sometimes I get nervous and your voice starts shaking and shit. I feel like I don't look like a voice shaker. You know what I mean? People look at me, they're like, oh, that guy's his voice is gonna shake. But it does. And that's where I'm like, dude, I can't be a fucking voice shaker. You're not a voice shaker. You can't be 6'4" and a voice shaker, dude. So that's my point. And that's something, not even trying to be funny. I do think that is probably my favorite of yours, is the stoicism mixed with the confidence.
I appreciate that. I think,
and you're thinking, dude, because you think out there, like, because I feel like I think out there, but I think out there in a different. It's like you think out there in a different dimension. If there's multiple dimensions, which there are, you're on one of them and I'm on one of them, and I think that that's what's nice, is that we're not on the same dimension of thought,
right?
But your dimension of thought is just so fucking out there sometimes. But it's also nice because I feel like I can learn more throughout that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's cool, dude. I appreciate that. I think the confidence thing just comes from like being curious and learning about things, and then if I know shit, then I feel like I'm pretty confident about it. So I try to not bullshit so much, you know, like especially these days, dude. It's just tough because there's so much truth that's out there, and it's pretty easy to like figure out if someone's full of shit or not.
That's true.
And so I really try to stay away from that nowadays. But
even if it's something small, you know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying is like it's just kind of overall.
What's our time at?
We're
over. All right. This has been a good week. For those of you just tuning in, I'm Jay.
I'm G. Yeah, dude, we're over time. That came up quick. Well, this has been a fun season, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And see you guys in a few fucking weeks.
We'll see you in a few weeks. Thank y'all.
Thank y'all.
It's gonna be awkward.
I don't get it. You do the math.